Hello. I don't know if anyone is here. I can't really tell. Just testing this out. Hi, everyone. I'm just testing out the live. This is my first time doing it. I want to read out your username, but anyways, how are you guys doing? Hello. Hello, hello. So I basically just, let me just go live on Instagram too. I basically am pretty close to 10K on Instagram, and I was going to come on and say thanks for it. I'm just 2 away. So if anyone on here is on Instagram, give me a follow. Watching from the Philippines, hello. It's a kind of awkward time now. So I feel like there's not going to be too many people on here. I'm also live streaming on YouTube. Hey guys. This is really weird. I feel really awkward. This is my first time doing this. But I basically just finished filming the Airbrush Basic Series episode 4, teaching you how to use the airbrush. So I finished it pretty quickly, actually. I was doing the face shots, and I thought I'd just come on here because I have a little bit of extra time. Hi, Jordan. And yeah, 8 a.m. in the Philippines. So what are you doing at 8 a.m.? Don't need to work or go to school? It's 4 p.m. now here. Yeah, so some people say they don't use social media. Looking forward to the video coming out. Thanks for the hearts on Instagram. Yeah, I just finished filming. I actually filmed it in 3 parts, the Airbrush Basic Series. I think we're on episode 3 now, 4, 3. And it's the how to use the airbrush episode. So hello from France. Hello, shout out to France. Yeah, looking forward to when it comes out. So hopefully soon. I've done some of the editing. And hi, Stormy. Hi, Jordan. And I've done some of the editing. Oops. Ooh. Any wrong click here. Already. So I filmed the Airbrush Basic Series this time in 3 parts. Like the first part was with the my really advanced graphics that I do. And second part was with some actual Gunpla parts. I demonstrated how to airbrush on that. And then the third part is just all the face shots, which were pretty short this time around. I didn't talk too much into the camera. It was basically demonstrations. So YouTube is so much better than Instagram for live stream. Yeah, I think so too. But I think Instagram, just so I like to watch some live stuff on Instagram. It's kind of convenient. I got the sack when these lockdowns started, so no work for me. Oh, sorry to hear that. That really, I know it's affected a lot of people. It's only affected me slightly, but yeah, basically I can work online, so that's been good. Sorry to hear that. Jess again here. Hi, Jess. Can't wait for the video. Whoa, live stream. Hi from Malaysia. Hello, Stacy in Malaysia. So I think most of the Asian viewers are here because of the time. I think anyone else in North America is probably really late there now, I'm guessing. Although I think most of us Gunpla fans don't really sleep. Also, I've seen some people. What kit are you working on right now? It's 1 a.m. Yeah, midnight in the West Coast. Midnight's not too bad. I probably sleep usually at like 1. What kit am I working on? I'm not really working on a kit at the moment. Filming the Airbrush series takes a lot of my time. And that's the reality with YouTube, right? If you run a Gunpla YouTube channel, it takes away a lot of build time. But I am going to paint up the MG Wing Verka along in the Airbrush basic series along with it. So I'm going to start working on that once I get to the how to prepare your, get a episode out on how to prepare your kit before painting. And then I'm going to paint the MG Wing Verka along with you guys in the whole series and just show you how I paint up a whole Gunpla. So that's what I'm going to be working on. It's 1 a.m., midnight, Palestinian, hello, and Spain, 9 a.m., so some morning times. So I feel like my boss is into Gunpla. Well, that's cool. You can tell your boss that you like Gunpla as well. And hey, enjoy your cafe content with Cookie on YouTube. Thanks. I like filming those too. We just go, you know, every now and then we just happen to film the cafe stuff. It's fun. I like that. I like filming in the stores too, but sometimes it's a bit awkward. How's Cookie? Cookie is at work. Cookie is at work, and I work in the evenings or online, so I'm here now. Nice, can't wait. Yay. I like to watch your tutorials, get to learn a lot. 谢谢. Thank you. Yeah, a stream. Hello. Thanks for chatting in the chat room. I've had it be a little bit awkward if I'm just talking to myself. This is my first time doing this. Any recommendations for a detail airbrush? I don't really do Gunpla, mainly cars. And, well, it depends. I've only used one airbrush, but if you want to get thinner lines, usually just go down the needle size. So this is a 0.3, and you could use a thinner needle, like a 0.2, if you want to paint more detailed stuff, like thin lines. But I also don't paint cars, so I imagine some car painters, it seems like they do some hand painting instead of using an airbrush if you're trying to paint details like the control panel or something like that. Miss your videos for airbrushing. When is out on YouTube? I don't know, maybe can't really make any promises. Maybe if it's fast at the end of this week, the next episode. So I was just saying I just finished filming it. But if it takes a bit longer, at least the latest, the start of next month, I hope. Yeah. Do you ever do any other mecha? I know Cookie likes MAK. I like MAK too. I just don't show it as much maybe on my Instagram because it's pretty like Gunpla focused. But I really like MAK too. We kind of got into it together. He got me into it, and there's just so much stuff to paint. But I do want to build an MAK kit one day. I was gonna make the snake eye, and I was almost gonna buy it, but I just didn't want to buy anything I wasn't gonna paint immediately. Are you from HK? Yes, I am from HK. And you just started airbrushing. You were using spray can before. Did you ever use spray can? No, I never used spray cans. I just started right off with airbrushing. Just because that was how I learned. I learned in a Gunpla studio. I do also like other mecha stuff, like Armored Core from Kotobukiya. So I actually built a kit and I was going to paint it, but I just haven't yet. Yeah. I just started building Gunpla again, and you and a Cookie are a big inspiration for me. Thank you. I just finished the RX-78 PG Unleashed. That's super cool. I haven't bought that kit yet. It's so expensive. I did think it'd be really cool to paint that up. Have you ever painted with acrylics? Yes, but only with brush. I painted all of my Warhammer miniatures, and you can see that's all acrylic paint up there, but most of them have dried out their Citadel. Thank you. I mainly wanted to know, so there is less overspray for doing headlights and such, so I don't have to mask. Yeah. I think there's going to be overspray anyways, even if you use a thin needle. I think masking is just one of those evils that you have to do. From Washington State, love your Gundam's great work. Hello, shout out to Washington. And you're going to sleep. Take care. Bye. And say hi to Cookie. What? Oh, okay. Let's see what kind of questions we could do. Oh, I'm just pressing something. Do you like to build as you go or cut all the parts, nubs, then assemble? I cut everything out and then assemble. I'm used to doing that because I paint. I watched your video about the Korea studio. I saw a kit about SD Meteor. Is that a resin kit? I think that body was plastic from Bandai, and then the Meteor part for that SD kit was resin. Looking forward to watching you do it. Well, I'm not building that kit, but I'm not sure which one you were talking about. What got me into Gunpla was Gundam Build Fighters, the anime. And I know a lot of people hate on it, but I loved it. I loved Sei, I think that was his name, and his passion for building Gunpla, and I thought it was really cute. And I was really touched by the anime, so I went out and I bought an HG kit for myself, which was the Star Build Stripe from the anime, and then it just kind of took off from then. Do you have any really old models from the 80s? It would be fun to see. I don't have any Gunpla, like really old Gunpla. No, I don't really like the super old stuff. But I do like some super old anime. Do you play 40K or Age of Sigmar? No, I have no idea how to play. I tried to learn and it's really complicated. What to do if the paints dry up? I don't really know. For the Citadel paints, even putting in a little water, it doesn't seem to work. So it seems like you'd have to put some kind of solvent, which kind of defeats the point of the acrylic paints because they're water-based, and you want to paint with them over top of each other and not have to worry about melting the paint underneath, and it doesn't smell. Do you have any experience with hand painting? Yes, I paint all of my Warhammer miniatures with those Citadel paints mostly, and I enamel hand paint a lot of my Gunpla parts. Yay, thanks for the questions, guys. Love your videos with Gupta. I miss you guys' video. Looking forward for more videos. Thanks. Thank you. I'm trying to get them out, but you know, making videos take a long time. I'm a Hong Konger. Yay, nice to meet you. Do you miss Hong Kong? Yeah, I do. I'm thinking if I should speak some Cantonese here, but I feel really awkward. The only people I speak Cantonese to are my parents. I miss Hong Kong food, not as much necessarily the city because I didn't grow up there that much, but I miss Chinese food a lot, like so much. And it's really hard to get decent Chinese food in Korea. They're really expensive, and it's mostly all like jjajangmyeon, like jjajangmyeon. What do you and Cookie use to wash resin pieces, and how long do you wait before you guys start doing masking? Cookie likes to experiment. I'm not very experimental. I just use dish soap. Just pour some in and I wash my resin parts that way. I do use a toothbrush as well, but Cookie likes to try all kinds of things. So he also uses dental cleanser tablets, what did I say? He uses that to clean his resin parts as well. To be honest, I feel like whatever you clean resin parts with, it's still going to be a little bit oily. So to be honest, in my experience, I think you just have to sand the surfaces, and that will get rid of the oil, because otherwise I feel like no matter what you do, it's still going to be a little bit oily. What's your formula for the airbrush color and the thinner? How many ml? It was 1.5 thinner to 1 for lacquer paints, but that depends on the paint. I heard from a friend of mine, you guys used to live in Vancouver. Who did you hear that from? Do you know someone that I know? Yeah, we did used to live. I grew up in Vancouver. Not Cookie. He's Korean local. I was born in Hong Kong, grew up in Vancouver, and I'm also just on Instagram right now, guys, just in case you didn't know. So I'm also just answering questions from here as well. Yeah, I grew up in Vancouver. I lived there since I was in 6th grade, and then I graduated from university there. Traverse the globe. I recognize your name. Hi, 안녕. I know there is a solvent reviver out there. Maybe try a flow improver for acrylics. Yeah, I don't really know what we're going to do. I haven't tried to revive the acrylic paints yet. Have you ever built any Zoids? No, I haven't, but Cookie has. You're really enjoying the tutorial videos. Thank you. They're great. Thank you. And please get Korean fried chicken with Cookie for your video. We actually had Korean fried chicken last night, but I don't film it because we usually get delivery at home. You missed the wonton mean from Hong Kong, Gary Lee. My younger brother's name is Gary. Hi, Gary. And I miss wonton mean a lot too. That's actually my favorite, one of my favorite dishes, like wonton mean, tan tat, and dim sum. I think those are my favorites. Do you cook Chinese food? No, I'm kind of not very good at cooking Chinese food. I think I make Korean food better just because I've been living here for so long, and Cookie likes Korean food. Can you show your plier nipper, specifically show the tip zoomed in? Don't really understand what you mean. You mean my Godhead nippers? Yeah, I live in Korea now. Yes. I was told to visit HK as it is beautiful, but never to go to mainland, just in case. Guess I can't now. I think it's a personal preference, really. I've been to China a few times, but I'm usually in Hong Kong because that's where I'm from, and I have my best friend there. Wonton mean, I love it. What kind of top coat do you prefer to use? I'm not fussy. We usually use Gaia or IPP. And hello, it's 12 in Portland. Hello to Portland. Yes, please do more tutorials. Do you guys ever get noticed by fans when you go Gunpla shopping? You know what's so funny? I do most of the videos on the channel, but Cookie gets all of the recognition. Is so funny. So anytime that, like, Cookie's met a few people who knew him through YouTube, and actually 1 or 2 from like someone who newly came into his company. And in a Gunpla store, someone said something to him. It might be because, I don't know, people find him easier to approach. I'm harder to recognize. No one has said anything to me yet. So if you ever do see me, please say hi. What do you do with your completed kits? If they're painted, they go into the display case. If they're not painted, they go into a bin in storage or back into the box. I'm currently going through different brands as I don't fancy using 2K for a good shine. Yeah, I haven't used any 2K top coats yet. I have some, but I haven't tried them yet. When is the next part of the Airbrush series coming out? Hopefully end of this week or next month. Is it stressful to look for cool places to eat for every video ending? No, I don't go to places for the purpose of filming the videos. I think that kind of defeats the purpose of vlogs. I don't know. They're just interesting like an interesting clip I put in of our lives, what we plan to do anyways. So they're all just places we were planning to eat at, and I happen to just film. But it is a little bit annoying to have to bring your camera to film. I don't know how people do vlogs, like outright vlog videos. I think that's going to be a lot of work. What a nice surprise before sleep time. Yay. Don't sleep too late. Your tutorials are very helpful. Thank you. Bedtime for me. Stopping to say hi and cheering you two on. Thank you so much. And well, I was told that an English Asian who was born in HK. You mean someone that you know who knows me? Your tutorials are good. Oh, Cookie! 뭐 하고 있어? 일을 안 해? Your tutorials are good. Thanks, Cookie. 일을 해야지, 열심히. 지금 그 유튜브 보면 어떡해. 그냥 그 촬영하다가 들어왔어. 한번 이렇게 해보려고, 짧게. 일찍 끝내가지고. Hey, Dean! Blackie Pinku. Waved. Vanpla, yes. from a member of Gunpla. I don't really know the Gundam scene in Vancouver very well, though, because I did all my Gunpla in Korea. So any good HK hobby stores that ship internationally? Sorry, I don't really know because I don't live in HK and I haven't been for a long time. Mecha, hello. Gunpla and more. Hello there. It's really nice meeting you. I just wanted to ask, do you know what's the best way to maintain a nipper? I use a WD-40 to get the rust out. What is you and Cookie's favorite paint brand and airbrush brand? Favorite paint is probably Gaia. It's a little bit pricier, but I find when you're being really picky, if you really compare, then Gaia is a bit better quality, but there are some really good IPP paints as well. We also use IPP just because it's a really cheap, available Korean brand. How is the pandemic situation in Korea right now? We have some light lockdown rules. Like restaurants, you have to be a certain distance apart. You have to wear a mask when you're not eating. And then you have to take it off. I think that has relaxed a lot more. And restaurants and cafes can only open until 10. It used to be 9. 안녕하세요, 팬입니다. 안녕하세요, P1. Do you use Cookie's tools and how does he feel about it? I asked because I'd really want my significant other to get into painting as well. That's sweet. She shows interest in airbrushing and I'd like her to explore it. Cookie is a super chill guy. He doesn't care. It more through my tools, but I feel nervous. Like Cookie doesn't care at all if I use his tools. I'm actually a really super careful person. Cookie is actually the one that breaks or loses all of my tools, and then I get really upset, and I literally have a like a little bag of my tools that I say, if you touch any of these tools, you have to put them back here, and if you lose them, you have to buy them for me again, because I have a set of tools that I really like. Kev Models, hi there, hello. Hobby Easy is an international model shop from Korea. Okay, cool. And of all the kits you've built, which is your favorite and kit you're looking forward to? My favorite kit is still my Black Hazabi. And the kit I'm looking forward to, I don't know. I'm not sure I have one particularly at the moment. I do want to build my Mechanicore Sisalus, the other clear. They're not very popular like the Mechanicore Clear Ziegler, but I really love those kits. Haha, makes a lot of sense. Thanks. I hope she enjoys Gunpla with you. It's really fun building together, actually. So yeah, let's look here at YouTube. How many tutorial videos are you going to make for the airbrush series? Somewhere like 10 to 12, depends. Because I'm going to paint up a whole kit with you guys. Sorry for another question. Is the shelving unit or rack behind you sturdy enough to go on a thin carpet? It's actually on the bare floor for us right now, that rack. So yeah, you can put it on a thin carpet, I'm pretty sure. It's pretty sturdy. It's a really typical shelving unit in Korea. It's really cheap as well. I ordered that one online. I ordered everything in the studio room because I'm like the interior, the boss of our interior in the house. Cookie, he doesn't really care. I just order what I want because I'm really picky about what goes in the house. What's your recommendation on when to apply mark setter and mark softer on decal? Mark setter like a glue, so dot it on and then the decal. And mark softener is when you've got two parts and you need to cut up the decal and then you just soften it a bit and then use a fresh art knife to cut up the decal, but you soften it up with the mark softener first before you do that. Have you built RG or MG kit? Yeah, of course I've built MG kits. Most of the kits I do are MG. I've only built one RG kit, but I didn't paint it, and I just thought I didn't want to do another RG kit again because they're just too small and fussy. I don't like really tiny parts. Jay David, hi. Sharon, hello. Oh, I asked you about the pliers nipper. Pliers to cut Gunpla, but I found a video of you showing how to remove num marks. Yay. I did do a num mark removal video. I think he wants to see. Anyway, guys, please follow me on Instagram. If you have Instagram, I'm waiting to get 10K on Instagram. That's why I came on today. And I'm just 2 away. So follow me on Instagram, frosted.snow. frosted.snow. Yeah. I think he wants to see if the nipper has a pointed tip or blunted flat tip. I just have the typical God hand nippers. I think they're blunt. The new ones. Name any 2 colors to use for my next build. Pink and white? That's your profile picture. Hobby Link Japan is okay. I haven't used that. What size of Gundam do you prefer to paint? RG, MG, or PG? MG just because they're more manageable in size and they'll fit in the display case without having to take too much room. Marco Chan, hi, just arrived at work. Carry on the good work. Thanks, Seb. And hi, Miss Frosted. Quick question. Do you like grunt suit or Gundam type MS? I think grunt suits, like the GM. Koreans say gym. GMs, Jesta, Sniper. Can't wait for Cookie PG Rick Dome. Yeah, he hasn't been building it too much recently because he's changed his job. Traverse the globe. It would be awesome if you can do a build or paint video for the entry grade RX-78. The entry grade. Is that the one for like new? I don't know if it's the one I'm thinking. I have so many things to paint up and build, kind of like work in progress. I've kind of stopped, so gotta get on to those. Hey, Frost Snow, what are you currently working on? I'm not currently working on a Gunpla actively. I'm just really filming the Airbrush tutorial series in any free time that I have, but I am going to paint up the MG Wing Verka in that series to show you how to airbrush. Weird question. How do you deal with posture? My back always ends up killing me when I'm building with my husband. Absolutely. I have a massage ball, a really hard, black, light massage ball, and I lay on that when I get really bad back pain. Glad you're in Korea. Just in case, do you know there's any shops in Korea that sells Spaz Sticks paints? No, I don't know about that paint. In Korea, they mostly make sell IPP. I made it to 10K. Thank you. I can't check because I'm also live on Instagram. So thank you. 10K on Instagram. Thank you so much. I've been waiting for that. It's a really cool milestone. Where do you get your resin kits from? Any international sites? We get our resin kits from a Korean site called Resin Mall, which you can find on Naver, but they only ship within Korea. And overseas, New Type, they do have resin kits. And if you use my code FrostedSnow, newtype.us/FrostedSnow, that also helps to support me. They sell some of the resin kits from SH Studio that we film a lot of, but they also sell other ones. Also, Musane Hobby, they sell a lot of resin kits. We've bought one from them before. And congrats on the IG milestone. Thank you. Won't be long until 20K on YouTube. Yeah, maybe I'll come on at 20K again, just like casually. Did I build the Jin? No, I considered it. I considered buying it and painting it up since it's a pretty new kit. It looks kind of cool, but I don't think I'm going to. It's awesome to have Korean builders going out to an outside market. It's a bit closed off, the community there, and it's hard to get tips and techniques to the West. Yeah, there are Korean YouTubers, but a lot of them speak Korean, so their content isn't available in English. Sadly, Zacharias is moving to the US soon, so probably... Oh, thanks for hoping there will be a collab there. I haven't chat with him before, actually, so... Have you dealt with builders burnout? Totally. I felt that way for the Ziggler. I talked about it a bit in my Ziggler video, but anytime I feel frustrated while I'm building, I just put the kit down and I come back the next day. If it's just like an overall burnout, I actually don't get too much Gunpla burnout. I get YouTube burnouts. I don't get that much Gunpla burnout because I paint a lot of other things. Like I had a 6-month period where I painted Warhammer, and I also paint things really differently. Like I do a lot of variety for Gunpla painting, and I experiment a lot. Like I do candy paints and shading and marble. I want to do like anime style. So I feel like because of that, I don't really get too much Gunpla burnout. Any tips for beginners? Lots of practice. Is color separation a must in painting Gunpla, or have you tried painting with just one color? I actually really like one colored kits as the main color. But I think the color separation provides a lot of visual interest. So it's not a must if you're just starting out, but I think if you want to advance your paint job a bit, then I think color separation is makes your kit a lot more interesting. Thank you for replying, but I have another question. What's the best scribing tools brand? Well, at the moment, BMC is really hard to buy, but that's been the long time best scriber, but also SAB in Korea now. They're really good quality as well. And I think they're gaining a lot of recognition. And I have a video for BMC versus SAB panel liners. So you can check that out. Kyoba, 안녕하세요. You're the best YouTuber. You're the best Gunpla builder, painter. You know that already. 안녕하세요. 부산 어때요? 요즘 더워요? 여기 좀 더워지고 있어요. Chris, hello there. Chris Estrada, hello there. New type is local to me, 20 minutes away, so things ship fast. Would you ever come visit and have a fan meetup? If I think there'll be more than 5 fans that show up, I will have a fan meetup. If I ever visit New Type, I actually think it'd be really cool to visit New Type and see their warehouse. And if I do go, I would film a vlog video. That'd be super cool. He loves your content, he told me. Thank you, Shaka. And what paint brand do you like the smell of most? I'm a big fan of Mr. Hobby Fumes. Personally, I don't like the smell of any thinner. I'm very sensitive about that. I used to, but I watch a Korean guy with Gunpla, but I don't have a clue what is said until the translators come into chat and help out. Okay. Any interest in resin figure GK? I'm not sure what you mean by GK. And thank you for the streaming. I will leave the video on while I go do my stuff. Yeah, go ahead, Traverse. And when I went to Japan, I used Google a ton. Is South Korea easy to walk around for tourists who don't speak the language? Not a lot of Korean people speak English, or they don't feel really confident, so they might just run away if you try to speak English to them. But I think it's pretty easy to get around if you have data on your phone. So I recommend if you go to any foreign countries, you just get data like an internet card or something. I do that when I go to Japan to get around. Are there other model kits you like besides Gundam and Warhammer? Yeah, I really like Hoi Hoi San. I don't know if you guys know of that. I post a few pictures on my Instagram. It's this really cute bug fighting figure. I also like MAK, Kotobukiya Armored Core. I also built a few frames arm girls. Garage kit, resin figure. Oh, so you mean like figures? I'd love to try painting figures as well. Yes. Again, 기영 오빠 여기 유튜브도 오셨네요. Did you ask Cookie on a date, or did he ask you first? Sorry, it's too personal. Maybe I'll tell you guys some other time. Yeah. I don't know who asked who first. I don't know what is considered the real initial date. But Cookie asked to start dating. Let's see. Good morning from Vancouver. Morning. Oh, it's 1 a.m. Yes. So my parents should probably be asleep now. They're in Vancouver. How do you see scale modeling in the future? I'm not sure about elsewhere, but as for military scale modeling here in Hong Kong, it's probably losing popularity for the next generation. Scale modeling. You don't mean just military stuff? You mean including Gunpla? Well, apparently Gunpla has become really popular in the States. And a lot of people say it's because of the pandemic and people can't go out. Um, I think Gunpla has been picking up a lot, actually. I mean, even on YouTube and Gunpla YouTubers. I hope it doesn't lose popularity for the next generation. I think it's nice for them to do things with their hands instead of all like electronic stuff like video games or whatever. Congrats on 10K. Thank you. Are you thinking of getting the MG Virtue? Probably not. I feel like with those kits from popular, like a popular anime, like if you get one and you pay one, you have to do all of them. So that's from Double O, right? I'm really bad with the anime names, but I feel like if I get and paint the Virtue, I have to paint all of the other main kits from that anime. So congrats on 10K. Thank you. Thank you. So I came on here just to reach the 10K on Instagram. I thought I might do that with you guys here. So thank you for following on Instagram. Thank you. You guys are couple goals. That's very sweet. Thank you, Loose Joints. To Soya Huya, your work is amazing. His work is amazing. Do you get kits from P Bandai? Not from the site directly, but we buy any P Bandai kits secondhand. Do you like any metal build figures? I like them. I don't own any because they're expensive, and we like to paint our kits, so we don't really buy like kits that are already of a nice quality for display. Yes, Gunpla kits are very scarce in the States currently because of the pandemic. Yeah, I heard it's been hard finding the more popular kits. Is it hard to find in Korea? I would say not at all. It's pretty easy getting access to kits in Korea, maybe because we're so close to Japan. Congrats, Gunpla Senpai. Thank you, Tim. And check Kakao Talk. Thanks a lot, 귀여워봐. 이 귀여워봐 뭐 하고 있어요? 귀여워봐. 감사합니다. 아이고, 이게 둘 다 보고 계시네요. 컴퓨터, 그 인스타. 역시 인플루엔서. 귀여워봐도. 감사합니다. Congrats on the 10K. I'm going to catch some sleep. Yes, Diego, get some sleep. And they're the best kits, I feel, build-wise, but I understand the hesitation to commit to all the Double O kits. Yeah, actually haven't built any of them. But I do want to one day do like maybe Gunpla series, like paint up a whole series, like a whole seed series or wing or Double O. I feel like seed might be a little bit higher up in the candidates of series that I might paint because there's only three kits that I would paint up. What is it? The Freedom, the Justice, and I forgot what the name of the gray one is. Forgot. Really bad with Gunpla animes and names. Just wanted to pop by and say hi, Steve. Baka Gundam. And favorite snack or beverage when building? I don't really eat stuff when I build, especially not when I paint because I wear a mask. But when I build, I like to listen to something. I like to have something on. Providence. Thank you. The Providence. So I think that's a really good candidate for painting up a series, like just those three kits. Because if you do the Double O, you have to paint how many? 4? Including Exia is 4, which is a pretty big project. So how long did it take you to get fluent with Korean? I studied Korean when I was in university because I was interested in K-pop and I wanted to come to Korea. So how long did it take? I've been living in Korea for 12 years now, actually. So it's taken that long, I guess. You know, I'm a big fan of you. 무슨 말이에요, 귀여빠. Dual. What are your thoughts on using Pledge Floor Care finish as a clear coat? I have a bottle of it. I tried dipping it once it doesn't stay on. It doesn't harden the way lacquer paint would. It'll just, even after it dries, I feel like it'll just come off with your fingers if you touch it a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't let it dry enough, but I think it's better to just lacquer paint it. I think Pledge for floor care is more for people who don't have an airbrush and don't want a spray can, or they think it'll give them a really glossy finish. I don't think it's a replacement for lacquer top coat. Do you know if Bandai has some sort of sponsorship to give Gunpla kits to professional Gundam builders? I mean, you guys help the sales a lot. No, I don't know if Bandai sponsors any YouTubers. Probably not. I think it's mostly just like stores. Make Korean girlfriend and you. Congrats on 10K. Thanks, Kev. And your Korean skill will be improved. Yeah, it'd been a while since I saw Huya when we went to Busan. And one of the first things he said to me, I think, was he said my Korean got a lot better. And I guess obviously because I speak it every day with Cookie. Pledge for floor care is just acrylic clear coat. I feel like it doesn't dry as hard, even as acrylic. Oh, you were live. Good thing I stayed up. Almost 4 a.m. here. Oh my God. Like Sharon. Top 5 favorite K-pop artists. I don't really listen to K-pop now. More like the older stuff. I really liked Double S. Oh no, not Double S 501. I like them as well. VIX. Big Bang, pretty much any male Korean idol I liked. So yeah. I often find myself trying to race to the end of a build. How do you pace yourself or find points to take a break? I think I do rush or want to get things done quickly as well when I'm sanding, or certain like things that I really don't like doing, which is basically just sanding. I think that's the kind of most tedious part of Gunpla building. But I think with painting, patience had to be learned, because I know a lot of beginners when they're painting Gunpla, I hear a lot like, oh, it takes forever to dry. I have to wait overnight. But that's just part of the process. If you rush, and I've done that a lot before, you just end up messing up your paint job. And once you've messed up once, it's a lot of work that you put into the painting, you won't do it again. And I feel like with more experience painting, you just start to develop patience. I hope. Yeah. I don't know if I super rush. Sanding, yes, is my least favorite thing. Hi from Singapore. My fondest memory of eating in Hong Kong is cha for mian and shu nap. Cha xiu min. What's cha for mian? Everything I have ever put future floor finish on got stripped and repainted. Okay, yeah. Hey, do you ever deal with kit building burnout, and how do you deal with it? I have so many kits I want to build, but I burn out. So I was just answering about this, and I don't get that much Gunpla burnout because I paint in a lot of different styles. So like, you know, you guys know I did like marble painting or candy or shading, but also I paint other things like Warhammer. So yeah, Siu ap, duck. Yes, siu ap. I got it. I'm trying to figure out then what is ta for mean. Been so long since I made a model kit and I miss doing it, but I paint cars now, so I guess the same thing, just larger. Yeah, I think, you know, it doesn't matter whatever you paint. Like for me, I just enjoy painting. So I actually enjoy painting also with my hands, like a brush. I think I'm going to be on for another 5 minutes and then I'm going to take off. I feel like the questions are slowing down a bit as well. So, and it's really hard. Like I have to talk really loud just to make sure you guys catch my voice. And I'm getting tired. Wow, I've been on here for 44 minutes. Oh my God. I have to go edit my video. Wow, I didn't realize I've been on here that long. Desmond, hi. Wow, your English is awesome. How come? Have you ever lived in USA? I write so, but my English accent is terrible and I'd like to improve. I grew up in Vancouver. I was there in elementary school until I graduated from university. How's the weather in Korea? It's perfect now. It's like spring-ish weather. It rained a bit last night, but it's really like a nice, warm, chilly now. Char siu and roast pork. Cha pho. Would you do an acrylic hand paint video? Probably not. I don't feel like I'm as good with acrylic hand painting unless it's just on Gunpla. In which case I don't do that much acrylic hand painting on Gunpla. I use enamel. And what is your opinion on third-party Gunpla kits? Well, we obviously buy third-party Gunpla kits. I also built the Mechanicore Ziegler. We have, resin kits, and they're all third-party kits. I know that they're knockoffs, but yeah, we buy them and paint them. So yeah. Well, guys, thank you for popping by. I think I'm going to just stop here. And thank you for 10K on Instagram. That's why I came on. And since I came on, we reached the 10K. So thank you. And I think I'm reaching 20K on YouTube pretty soon. So we'll see. I might pop by then. I think this video, I'm going to see. I don't really know how to upload it onto Instagram. Instagram like cuts out my videos when I try to upload what I did live. I might or might not do that, but I don't think I'm going to upload this one onto the YouTube channel. Just because I like to keep my content like with the edited content. I'm starting to lose my voice. But I think if I can, I'm going to make this video available on my Patreon account, patreon.com/frostedSnow. So check that out if you'd like to support me a bit there. And yeah, thanks for joining me today, guys. Thank you. And bye. Thank you for the 10K on Instagram, everyone. Have a good night, good morning, and good afternoon.